Hey everyone, in this video we're going to show you how you can assign drip campaigns to the contacts that you have uploaded into your MyConnect system. To demo this for you today, we're going to be showing you from one of our Sync Enterprise systems here from my home group. When you get logged into your MyConnect account, it'll look something similar to this. So we're going to go ahead and go to the section for drip campaigns, and we're going to give you an overview of how the drip campaigns function and give you some specific examples of the different types, as well as show you how you assign these to your contacts, okay? So the drip campaigns are in a couple of different places here. Under the marketing tab at the top, you'll see the section for drip campaigns. You may also have a tile here on the home page, and either one of those links will take you to the section for drip campaigns, okay? So drip campaigns are basically just an email series that has been structured in a couple of different ways that are comprised of either several different types of drip campaign letters or just one letter. It can be any number of letters from one to however many ongoing, okay? You'll see that we have some stock ones loaded in here, and we're going to use these as an example to show you the different types and show you how you can set these up and send these to your contacts, okay? So we have three basic types of drip campaigns. You'll see they're listed here in the column for type. So we have a by schedule, a by date, and a by event. So I'm going to go through and cover how each of these three function, okay? So let's look at this buyer campaign here as a sample for a by schedule type of campaign. So whenever you want to look at what the campaign entails, so all the different letters that are a part of the campaign, just click on the name of it here. And then this is going to give us kind of a snapshot view of how that campaign has been set up, okay? So we have, in this particular example, 5 separate letters. Here's the letter name. Here's the subject that goes out to the contact. And then this will change depending upon what type it is. So since this one is a by schedule, this one is basically set up to go out on specific day intervals, okay? So what this means is if you have a contact and you assign them this campaign, they're going to get this first letter, this thanks for visiting letter, the very next day. That's day 1 on the counter here, okay? Then following that, on day 4, which is 3 days later, basically, they're going to get this second email that says start your home search here, okay? Following that, then about a week later on day 11, they're going to get this one for your home buying plan. And then another week after that, getting your finances ready. And then finally, about a month into the campaign, they'll get this final email just checking in, okay? If you want to see what any of the emails look like, you can just click on the little eyeball icon over here to the left of the letter name, and that will give you a preview of the letter. Now, this is not exactly how the letter will go out here. You'll see we have some data fields that we've inserted in here that will dynamically populate based upon your agent information and the contact's information, okay? So if you're sending this letter to somebody named Susie, it's not going to go out and say, hi, contact first name. It's going to actually come out and say, hi, Susie, and then it will obviously populate the rest of these things that you see inside the brackets here with your information as well, okay? But it's always a good idea to come through and look at the content that has been set up in any of these stock drip campaigns because, like I said, you will have some stock ones in here, but you can also tweak these and you can create your own as well. So you might say, yeah, I really like this campaign, but I want to tweak just a couple of things. So it's always a good idea to come out and review all of these letters before you start sending them out to your contacts, okay? But let's say we've gone through and we look at this and we like this one. So we're going to leave this one as is for now for this video, okay? You have another tab in here as well whenever you view any of the campaign details, and you can see what contacts have been assigned to that particular drip campaign. We don't happen to have anybody who's assigned to this one here, so it's blank right now. But you'll be able to see a nice little snapshot of everybody that you have set up on this campaign through the contacts tab here, okay? All right, so that was the by schedule type. Remember, they're just going to go out whenever you set that contact up on the schedule, and they will basically go through that entire plan unless you stop the plan and remove them or they unsubscribe, okay? Now, the second type here then is a by date, and the by date ones are a little bit different. If we click on this name here of the plan for the holiday plan, we'll see how these ones differ, okay? So again, we've got the letter name, we've got the eyeball icon if you want to preview the letters, subject line, but here instead of send on day, this one is send on date, and these ones are set up to go out on a hard calendar date, okay? So, a holiday email plan is a good way to use this type of campaign. Or if you produce a monthly newsletter that you want to send to your contacts at the first of every single month, those are going to be the types of things that you're going to want to set up as a send by date versus by schedule type of plan, because you can control the exact date that this plan goes out. All right. Now, this one is slightly different from the by schedule one. Earlier, I said whenever you set somebody up on a by schedule one, they're always going to start at the beginning of the campaign and work their way through it till the end, right? With these by date ones, whenever you assign somebody to this campaign, they're only going to receive the future emails that are scheduled out for a future date, okay? So let's say if today happens to be April 1st, all right, they're not going to get this email for February or for March here because those dates have already passed. If you set somebody up on this campaign on April 1st, they're going to get the next future email, which is going to be this one for Memorial Day here, okay? And then they will continue to work their way through the rest of the emails that have been scheduled out for this particular campaign, all right? So that's a by date. And then the third type that we have in here is a by event. And we really only have two events that are part of the system. And that's a contact birthday or a home anniversary. And these are actually triggered. If we click on this happy birthday one here, for example, these ones are triggered on the information that has been entered into that contact's information when you have set that contact up in your contacts and leads section, okay? So again, we've got the same thing here. We can take a look at the email if we want to see. Here's what the birthday email will go out as. And again, it will plug some of your information down here at the bottom. But right now, you see this one says send on event, and it is the birthday for that contact, okay? So in order for these campaigns to work, you actually have to have a birthday or a home anniversary date entered into that contact records details. So to show you where that is here, if we switch gears and go to the contacts and leads section and click on contacts and leads, and if you go to any contact here, we'll just come to this first one here for Aaron and edit it. On the input for that contact, you're going to see you have two dates that you can enter here for a birthday and a home anniversary. So if you have a specific calendar day that has been entered for that birthday or that home anniversary, every year then on the calendar when that day comes up, that birthday or that home anniversary email would be triggered based upon the dates that you've entered into the contact details here, okay? All right, so if we go back over to our drip campaigns now, like I said, this is where you can see all of the campaigns. We do have some search functions here, and then again, you can also go into the contacts tab here, and you can see a snapshot of all the different campaigns that you have set up on your existing contacts, all right? Now we're going to show you how you actually assign these, because you don't actually assign these to contacts from the drip campaign section. You're going to do that from the contacts and leads section within the contacts and leads manager here, okay? So if we go back to contacts and leads, there are a couple of different ways that you can assign these campaigns, all right? We wanted to assign this campaign to just one particular contact. I'm going to come in here and really quickly just search for my test contact, all right? We wanted to assign the buyer campaign, for example, to the Laura test contact here. If I click on Laura's first name, that's going to pull up her contact detail. And you're going to see there's a section here for manage campaign groups, okay? So you'll see the drip campaigns are listed here, but the way that you actually assign these is to click on the section for the manage campaign groups. So that's going to pull up the list of all of our campaign groups, which correlate to the existing campaigns that have been set up in the drip campaign section. And now if we wanted to assign this particular contact to the buyer campaign, we just check the box for buyer campaign and click apply. Now we will see that those are both listed here. If we click on drip campaigns to view all, we'll be able to see all of the drip campaigns that are associated to this contact, okay? You'll also be able to see over here if they've unsubscribed from any of the campaigns or from the different reports that are a part of the system here, okay? Now, there's another way that you can assign these if you don't want to assign them one by one by one. So some of the campaigns that you may have may be universal campaigns, like those holiday ones you could send to everybody within your sphere. But some of the ones obviously are going to be more targeted as well, like that buyer campaign is going to be specifically for somebody who came in as a lead on your system that says that they're looking to possibly buy, for example, right? But let's say you want to assign this to a multiple contacts at once, okay? So there's a couple ways you can do that. If you have your contacts already organized into the contact groups, now the contact groups, remember, are different from the campaign groups. The contact groups just refer to the organization of those contacts, all right? If you have different groups listed in here, you could go through and select the different group of contacts that you want to apply this campaign to, all right? You don't have to necessarily have them in a contact group. You can also use the find button to narrow your selection, or again, you can just pick and choose. So if we go back and we clear out all of our search criteria here, you could come through and pick and choose any of these contacts here. Check the box on the left. Once you have the one selected that you want to assign this campaign to, you're going to come over here on the right then, and you're going to click on this button for Manage Campaign Groups, okay? Now, again, we're taken back to that same screen that we saw before where we have all of the different campaign groups that correlate to each of the campaigns. So if you wanted them to be a part of the buyer campaign, version 1 or version 2 of the happy birthday, the holiday plan, or version 1 or version 2 of the home anniversary plan, okay? Once you check that box and click apply, it would apply that campaign to those selected contacts, okay? All right, so that is the overview of the drip campaign system, explaining how you can assign these to contacts and the different types. We'll also have a couple of videos showing you how you guys can tweak these letters and how you can set up your own campaigns in addition to the stock ones that are already a part of your MyConnect system. Thanks for watching, guys.